Right then, United's fixture list has been released. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a postponement because that's going to make a massive difference over the course of 9 months to allow us to recover from our European campaign. It starts off all right. It starts off fairly winnable, but ultimately, seasons are defined by what happens usually in and around the Christmas period. That's when you've got to be within touch. If you're going to put in a title challenge, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think United are in a position to be thinking about that just yet. But if you're going to be in a title challenge, you have to be in and around the mixer at Christmas, and then you have to try and just tighten the screw on the back end all the way into May. The maddest thing that I've found so far, there's internationals in like 10 days. 31st of August to the 8th of September, there's an international break. And then it's Premier League starts technically 14th of September. I've just had UEFA Nations League is apparently... honestly, with everything that's gone on, couldn't they have just fucked off all the friendlies? Couldn't they have just fucked the friendlies off and just said, look, it's all over the show. It's going to be hard enough fitting everything in anyway. No one's had a proper pre-season. It's absolute carnage. There's also internationals in October and there's internationals in November. Why? So... United's season on paper, now obviously every game is currently Saturday. They're all going to get moved in the next few days, and we'll have the TV schedule coming out. I'm not sure either of United's first couple of games will be live on telly, but I could be wrong. I would expect that Tottenham one, 3rd of October, to be one that's on TV, as well as the Chelsea one. We've got Manchester City first derby, 12th of December. Liverpool, 16th of January. City away, 6th of March. And the Scousers at home on the 1st of May. That's a bit of a nightmare. I hope we don't see them retain their trophy then. I hope we get a chance to have some impact in what's going on then, hopefully for ourselves. Christmas period is minging. 5th of December, West Ham away. City at home on the 12th. Then on the 15th, it's Sheffield United. Then dirty Leeds come to Old Trafford again. So we're going to have to disinfect the place. On Boxing Day, we've got Leicester away. And then 2 days later, Wolves at home. Christmas period, absolutely minging. Last 5 fixtures are running. It's going to be Liverpool at home, Aston Villa away, Leicester at home, Fulham at home, and then Wolves away, final game of the season. Not a great last game of the season, that. Massively busy in February, January, December. There's also going to be, except for January, probably European fixtures in those as well. So it's going to be carnage. And I can't believe that they decided that they're going to put internationals in the middle of this. That's bananas for me. Carabao Cup begins in September. And obviously FA Cup traditionally begins just after Christmas for all the Premier League teams. So expect an extra fixture at least in January and February. It is what it is. Look, at the end of the day, you got to play everybody twice, 38 games in the league, however many you manage to make it in the cup. And we have to expect progress from United this season. That's the big one. We have to move forward. You can't see us move back because I think some United fans really wanted us to lose the other night so they could start moaning again because they've had to shut up for a bit. We do have to see progress because they can't wait to start chopping off. If we see a little bit of progress, everyone will be happy. We definitely need reinforcements. We definitely need squad players. We definitely need some youngsters to start stepping up and being counted as part of the first team squad. And we have to manage our squad. You can't go and play the same 11 week in, week out like you did earlier in the season. It broke a record. First time it's happened since the early 90s. And there's a reason for that. The game has changed so much. It's not like back in the 70s and 80s and you would literally have the same 11 week in, week out. Because they ran half as far with half the intensity. A lot of football at that time was walked. It was easier. They didn't cover anywhere near the distance. Football, and especially Premier League football, has become about intensity. And they run so far and they're sprinting so much that the recovery takes a little bit longer. And that's why people are saying, I see people like, I work 40 hours a week and I'm tired. Yeah, cool. But no one's asking you to perform at an elite level. Performance at an elite level, 1% makes an enormous difference. Everyone's looking for the the ways to find a little bit of 1% here and there. A player tired, a player gets a disrupted sleep, and that can be that. That can be the difference between winning and losing. That can be the difference between fourth and first. And that's what worries me going into this season is we had a thin squad. We've got an injury-prone squad. Our best players traditionally are lads that have picked up knocks, picked up injuries, missed large parts of seasons with injuries, or seemingly haven't come back properly from injuries post-lockdown, like Pogba and Rashford especially. I worry for the squad management over this. This season worries me on all sorts of fronts. Anytime we've seen someone go into the early qualifying rounds of the Champions League or the Europa League because they've had little to no preparation in pre-season, they traditionally do really badly. United, and okay, technically Manchester City, but let's be honest, they're going to buy 75 new players. And even Wolves, to an extent, have gone quite far in Europe, and they're now getting little to no rest compared to... all right, the rest of the league have not really had a lot of rest, but there's so little rest. And it's not just physical rest, it's the mental rest as well, I think is big thing for us. So I am worried going into this season, but Crystal Palace and Brighton, you couldn't really ask for 2 more winnable games than that. So let's hope that we actually get those wins, because if we start badly in those, it's going to get tasty after that. Newcastle away is not a great place to go. Tottenham at home, if Jose's still in a job by then, because let's be honest, it could go either way. And then Chelsea, who've recruited well so far, are they going to be able to turn that result around after getting spanked by Ole last season? Well, we are about to find out, I guess. But cheers for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.